It's been over a year since President Ramaphosa ordered a special investigating unit probe of the Master of the High Court, which deals with liquidations and estates of deceased people. Now, allegations of maladministration, lack of service delivery and corruption are under investigation. Complaints from the public include poor service, long queues and frustration in winding up estates. But the Chief Master, that's Advocate Mafojane, says the office is turning the corner, in fact promising better and improved services in the future. Advocate Mafojane joins us now live from Pretoria for more on the story. Advocate, some serious things coming up already which initiated this probe by the President. Up to 15 officials in the Master of the High Court facing internal and criminal investigations.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers. And we welcome this opportunity because indeed the proclamation by the President last year intended to underscore basically the government's commitment to a capable and ethical state. And us as managers in the Master's branch within the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development are supportive of that drive. Just perhaps to also put the figures into perspective, I'm not too sure where the number 15 would be coming from. Safe to read it from the newspapers. So far, the referrals that we have received from the Special Investigating Unit related to two officials. And those matters, in fact, one was a suggestion or a proposal for a suspension, which has been considered and checked as to its appropriateness to give effect to that. However, the other matter relating to the referral on the investigation, that has been referred to our labor unit within the department. However, despite all that, the SIU investigation should not necessarily be the cure-all. Management has to look at the challenges and say, how can we do things differently so that we can serve better than we were serving before? We then had, just after the proclamation, a month or two thereafter, then COVID hit. And that in itself posed another challenge. But as everyone did not expect COVID to go on for a longer period that we have experienced, and which, by the way, we are still in the lockdown, we had to try and be innovative and try to manage change through possibilities thinking. So what we then had to do to say, what do we need to learn and do to perhaps change the impact and the challenges around long queues, frustration? It should be understood that when COVID hit and in the hard lockdown months, something like 3 to 4 months, leading to the 5th month, meaning from March until around September, it was a difficult time in the country. Many government departments, not only the masters, and many businesses had to close
I want to interrupt you there for a moment, please, because I want to clarify this issue around the numbers that you're giving us versus the information that we have here at our disposal. So the information we have says 15 officials of the Master of the High Court could face internal and criminal investigations concerning malfeasance. In fact, the SIU receiving, according to this report, 150 allegations from members of the public against officials of the Master's offices. Did you just say to us a moment ago that, in fact, there have been 2 officials that have been referred to you, and one of those officials was for a proposal of suspension? Are these numbers not a reflection of what's happening in the Master's office?
That's why I correctly said to you, let us put these numbers into perspective. I reiterate the fact that, to my knowledge, I'm aware of 2. Remember the reports that are given by the SIU. There's a process of giving those numbers. Reports in the final analysis, the SIU will give a report to the presidency at the end. If it gives an interim report, it will give it to the presidency and to the minister.
Right.
Now, the last that I saw of an interim and progress report is the one that I'm saying to you. On the internal disciplinary process, I know of 2.
Okay.
I know of something like a 6 that SIU said it had referred to NPA, but then it is not all 6 present or current officials in the employ of the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. In the 6, there was a referral to some liquidators and a former employee.
Advocate,
now,
sorry, I want to get more clarity on this from you. And my apologies for interrupting you again, because we are unfortunately running out of time. But the situation in the Master's office, do you think if there were 2 issues or 2 officials that are charged with these issues of malfeasance, corruption, among other complaints received from the public, that this was something the President would have initiated the SIU to investigate?
Look, the outcry and the concerns were loud, and there were many concerns. But then we need to understand how then the process unfolds. SIU would do its investigation. There will be many complaints. Some of the complaints SIU would also confirm it, that it would be issues where people are complaining about the Master's officials when in fact these are the social ills that are there within society where, for example, in a family there's a dispute over the estate. That family feud now plays as if Master's officials are taking sides when they are merely trying to apply the law. But I'm not disputing that we do not have challenges. We have challenges, and one hopes and believes as the SIU proceeds, it will reveal much more than it has revealed so far, but we will take decisive action when they have given us the details and a full report. We will support that and endorse to ensure that we are not allowing corruption to play or be part of our service delivery, because corruption is undermining that desire to serve our people.
Advocate Martin Mafojane, thanks for your time this morning. Unfortunately, we are out of time. He is the Chief Master. President Ramaphosa, just about a year ago, ordering an SIU probe of the Masters of the High Court. And of course, that office dealing with liquidations and estates of deceased people. According to the information we have at our disposal, 181 matters are under investigation. But of course, we await that final report.